Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's finally down into the lower 90s. The cameras aren't overheating all the time. I got the Grizzly out and I got my Bream set up with me, and I wanted to explore a little bit of the Mississippi Gulf Coast and see if I can find a couple of bluegill. I want to do a method of fishing I normally don't do, and that's just a little bit of, I call it trolling, but it really isn't. I want to throw one line back behind the boat and have it sitting close by in case there's something just in the middle of this waterway. And then I want to be focusing with my main line off the bow, just again near the shore, and that way I kind of have this main channel covered in case something just happens to be out there, as well as all in front of me. I've got plenty of bait to do it, and I need to use as much as I can since I paid for it, so that's kind of the plan moving forward. There's one. Oop. Another good sized one. Gonna have to fight him off the bottom. I'm just gonna keep that tension. There we go. No messing around once again, throw him in the boat. I caught him in one of my favorite other places when I see tiny little sloughs, maybe that far wide, about 1.5 feet. There's some water coming in here. That's deep enough. That's all you need. Brim, love to stick down there. Bass do just about any game fish, and they'll come after your bait when it comes out of there or into the current that they're trying to hunt. Something nice and small though. It almost looks like a female shell crab or cracker. Yeah, I would say it is. Red ear. A female red ear. How about that? Well, I'm just about done with this area. I've done as much as I can with it. Unfortunately, caught a lot of fish, and as I've explained earlier in this video, lost all the audio for it, so that's very unfortunate. So I want to go to another spot, record all the audio that I've lost, and hopefully have enough content to make this video today. Just found this nice little slough back here, perfect for this small boat as long as it's deep enough right through here, and I think it will be. We'll give this area a shot and see what happens. This is kind of what I'm looking for, just places off this river that smaller boats can get to, and hopefully that means that the fish haven't been targeted nearly as much in these areas, and that means more opportunity for me. But let's see if that's the case. In terms of the gear I'm using today, I got my Bass Pro Micro Plus Light series out here. I bought this thing for like 22 bucks 6 years ago. Unfortunately, you probably couldn't find it for that price today, but even so, you can find just cheap reel sets like this, and this one's lasted me several years. I mean, go get a Zipco, closed face, it's going to catch you plenty of brim, and if something does happen to it, I hate to be like this, but it's $18. It's quick and easy to replace. On top of that, I have a size 1 or 2 circle hook. I then have some lead weights. You'll decide on lead weights based on the bait you're using. If it's crickets, you need a little bit more weight. If it's worms, they sink, so you don't need quite as much. And then this slip knot rig, or the slip rig. This just allows the bobber to move up and down the line, which allows the bait to fall more gradually, looks more natural, as well as this really thin tail bobber, just not as much surface area on the surface, so the fish don't feel it as much. I have a whole video dedicated to showing you why I rig it this way, explaining the benefits of this rig and everything of that nature, and all of this is on 2-pound test. Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get a couple crickets on in spot number 2, see what we can get out here, and hopefully end up with 2 relatively large bluegill to fill out the 6 I really want and need to make a little meal at home and fillet them all. And we're on our first fish for this area already. This feels pretty good right off the bat. Just want to make sure it doesn't get into any structure or anything or get into my other line. Just trying to go underneath the boat. Woo-hoo-hoo. Absolutely, I'll take that any day of the week. First one right in this new area. These bluegill are pretty nice size ones here. Heck yeah, they're definitely the size I would catch over in the Delta in Alabama. So in terms of difference, really fishing between Alabama and Mississippi for bluegill is nearly identical in all sense and purposes. Alabama has a little bit more sloughs, I believe, than Mississippi, just because of the Tensas Delta. But other than that, I mean, you just kind of follow the same patterns you would otherwise. I mean, same times a year, same baits, all things of that nature. So I was expecting it to be a relatively easy transition. I didn't think going over state lines would make a huge difference, but I did figure, being 2 hours away, I was kind of interested to see if there was any significant changes, or maybe changes in bait depending on the ecosystem over there versus a little bit more marshland, specifically with the area I'm fishing over here. All that being said, though, that's another fish in there. We got 5, need 1 more to make that 6 that I really want to fillet all these things. Let's see if we can find him now. May have another one here, kind of hard to tell. Yes, a very small one in this case. That's all right though. Actually quite a good variety in size really all day today, but we'll get this smaller one off the hook, and as always, bait it up, get another one, let them go, let them grow. On this other line, my little, yep, I got one on the troller right behind me. I just set that rod down and pick this one up. This is a good size female. Still gonna let her go. Want one a little bit bigger, but not a bad size one whatsoever. Glad to know that I got that troller out there, and for good reason. Well, let's get this one off now. Then we'll have to reset both hooks and try that area again. Well, that didn't take long. Nice small one right off the grass. Well, say small, goodness. Now it's got some fight in it. No joking around, there's number 6. That is going to cover the spread I had. 6 decent sized bluegill. I can fillet all of these at home. Don't even have to go through, gut them or anything. Well, gut them of course, but you know, actually fillet them per se. Nice small fin chips, if you will. There he is, nice red belly. Let me throw him in here and see if we can get another one of that size. Just continue going, trying to keep decent ones. Smaller ones throw back, let them go, let them grow. Keep saying that, and I do genuinely believe that. There's a fish, I believe. Yes. A little tricky to tell once again on this one. Feels pretty decent. Starting to pinwheel it towards the boat. 7 nice large ones today. Man, this is really awesome. The biggest difference I see in success when it comes to bluegill fishing, especially when it comes to decent sized bluegill, is simply tackle. And really, people using too big of tackle. I'll see people out here with size 4 J hooks. I mean, that size for panfish. No, that's for bass. You're seeking a smaller fish, so use smaller tackle. Simple as that. If you're not really sure, smaller is better. For instance, if I didn't have these circle hooks with me today, I'd just be using size 8 or 10 J hooks. If I wanted to catch absolutely everything I could, size 10 J hook. I'd be getting brim. I've even caught smaller minnows and things of that nature on them. So that's the hook I would go for. But size 8 is going to make sure that you kind of stay away from the minnows. You get more of these bluegill and whatnot. When it comes to J hooks, just don't fish too big. Don't have a big bobber. Don't have big weights. Don't use 12-pound tests. Keep it small and you're going to catch more fish. I can just about guarantee you that. There's one just toying with it. I might be able to get this one on. I'm just going to lift it straight up. Yep. Oh, catfish bait, definitely the biggest or smallest piece of catfish bait of the day, no doubt about it. Man, if I could throw some lines out and keep them out this evening, I would have had some wonderful opportunities. That thing, well, I can barely hold on to it. It's so small. Let's get it back in the water so it can, well, provide something else of a little bit of a meal. Unfortunately, my time out here today has come to an end. I hope y'all learned something new. If you're new to the channel, if you're returning, well, hopefully you enjoyed this content. If you're looking forward to some hunting videos, those are soon going to be coming up. We got the 450 coming out again. I even have the 30-30 ready to go this year, so I'll be using that a bit more for some deer and pig hunting. But most importantly, guys, if y'all enjoyed today's video and want to see more like it, please make sure to share, like, and subscribe for more. And as always, thanks for watching.